You telling people everything is a reason why you're not going to accomplish anything. I'm going to say that again. You telling people everything is a reason you're not going to accomplish anything. When you tell people what you're going to do, or the person that you like, or when you tell them how much money you want to make by next month, you're putting that into the world without actually doing any work to get it. A lot of the time, the reason why we want to make money is just to impress our friends. It's just to impress the people from high school that we don't talk to anymore. It's to impress our parents. A big reason why we do things is not for the actual goal or accomplishment or the thing. It's just to get other people's reactions. So when we get that reaction before actually accomplishing the thing, it feels really good. It's like, damn, like I'm worth something. It's like, man, like I accomplished this thing. That means I'm, this person that I wanted to be. But you haven't actually accomplished it. Worse than that, you're giving people an expectation. So now this person, which by the way, you shouldn't really care about that much, but to make it easier on you, don't even give people the expectation of something that you haven't accomplished and sometimes have no idea how you're even going to accomplish or start. This is something that I would do, which is I would tell people when I was going to leave my job. Keep in mind, I'm still working at this job. Have not left it. Have no plans on leaving anytime soon. And I've told people I plan to leave by this month. And the reason I did that was to feel like my work is paying off, to feel like what I'm doing is working. Like I'm going to be able to leave my job by this month. I'm going to be able to, get this accomplishment by this month. And most importantly, get the reaction of my coworkers or my family on me actually accomplishing the goal. Again, without actually accomplishing anything. And it always felt good to hear the reactions like, oh, wow, like, that's awesome, man. Like, cool, good for you, man. And then they would be like, is it like 100%? And then I would be like, no, like, I'm working on it. And then that's when they would be like, oh, okay. But they would still have that expectation. The thing is that I had no reason to even bring it up in the first place, but I wanted to get that feeling. I wanted to feel like I did it. Because we want to feel good. We want to feel like we make a difference. We want to feel like people see that we make a difference. We want to see that people notice us, that people see the work that we're putting in, that people know that we have these big goals in mind, that we're not just an NPC, we're not just some other person, we're, special, and we want other people to know that too. But you telling them is what stops you from being able to go to your full potential, to work with all your motivation that you could have if you stop telling people everything that you're doing. Because again, it's not just that you're telling people what you're doing, but you also give them the power of the expectations. Because now they're going to hold you accountable. And if you don't do it, which you probably won't because you didn't have a plan, you just want to talk about it, they're going to be like, hey man, you didn't do it. And then you're going to feel, worse about yourself. You're going to be like, man, like I was talking about this and I didn't do it. That means I'm a failure. It doesn't mean that you're a failure, but a lot of people take it that way. And it's like, if you didn't set the expectation in the first place, then you wouldn't feel this way when you didn't accomplish it. I'm not talking about realistic goals when you're like, halfway there, as far as like, let's say we're talking about the gym. You're almost at 160 and you're at 165. You went from 180 and you're now at 165 and you're like, oh, I'm probably going to be or you're like, I'm most definitely going to be at 160 by next month. Okay, that's probable. That's a good estimate. Even if you don't exactly hit it, you're going to be really close to it and they're going to be, oh yeah, like good job, man. But you setting these crazy expectations, which I do, and that's the reason I'm making this, because I do this, and I want to stop doing that, and I want you guys to stop doing that too. It feels so much better when you don't tell anybody anything. This is the first time in my life when I haven't told people what I'm up to. Unfortunately, there's people that still have an expectation from me for the things that I did talk about in the past, and I'm still paying the price for that, I guess. But now I'm not telling people what business I'm building. I'm not telling people that I'm making YouTube videos. My family knows, my friends know, but I'm not just talking about it with anyone else. And it feels a lot better. It feels like I'm doing it for me, not for them. I'm not doing it for their reaction. I'm doing it because it brings me joy. If they find out, it's gonna be because it got brought up by somebody else, or I was on the recommended page, which If that was the case, then mission accomplished. I did it, and now they're seeing the result without me even talking about it. A lot of the time in life, people will find out without you even having to tell them. And you would rather have them find out that way than you telling them before you even accomplish the thing, or even get started. I can't talk right now. Or even get started to accomplish that thing. So, just keep that in mind, bro. And this not only goes for like accomplishing things, it also goes for, and this is where I want to deviate a little bit, it goes for your emotions. Don't tell everybody how you feel. It doesn't mean that you don't have a right to feel that way and that you shouldn't talk about it with anyone, but don't just talk about it with anyone. Like, and by anyone, I mean by any random person from your job, or with any person that you just met, or somebody that you know is gonna be talking about it with somebody else. Like, be very careful with the people that you tell stuff to, especially when it comes to your feelings. Because honestly, the only people that really have a right to know that are you and the people that you consider family. And even then, you don't have to tell them. It's if talking to them would make you feel better, then that's when you talk to them. But even then, if you feel better just dealing with your own emotions your own way, and some people are like that, I'm like that sometimes, then go ahead. Never bottle up emotions. Definitely deal with them, work with them. But, you know, some people work with them better alone. Some people work with them better with somebody else listening to them. But don't just tell them to anyone, because then they can use that against you. Oh, this is a guy that's always sad. Oh, this is a guy that's always angry. Just because you told them one story about a single time that you were angry, or about a single time that you were sad, and that's how you were feeling at that time. But now they base your whole personality and their whole image of you because of that one thing that you told them. Because some people are like that. Some people are, I don't know what the word would be, but they don't have your best interest at heart. Therefore, they don't really care about your feelings. So why tell them how you feel in the first place? Don't give people that power. Don't give people access to your feelings if they're not worth having access to them. If you don't consider them close to you, if you know deep down that they're not gonna keep it to themselves, or that they're not gonna help you in any way. That goes for goals, for your feelings. This has been a great benefit to me this year, especially not telling people the business that I'm working on. Obviously, like, I'll tell YouTube, and that's, I guess, my way of telling people, but even then, I feel like this is my little, you know, private space where I can just say whatever, and I don't feel like I'm just getting that dopamine because there's no reaction. It's just a camera facing me. But please, stop telling people everything. Start working on it and do it for you. It's gonna feel so much better. Just do it for you. Even if the motivation is for your family, or for your dad, for your daughter, or, you know, whatever the motivation is, do it for you, not for people's reactions. And don't tell them just to get that premature reaction or anything. Okay? Hopefully that made sense. Not sure if that fully made sense, but do my best here to explain how I feel, and something that I feel like I'm just now learning, and I just kind of wanted to share with you guys. I feel like it's going to make you a happier person. It's definitely making me a happier person. So if that helped, leave a comment down below and let me know. Anyways, that's about it. Don't forget, you're amazing.